in the gallery.
As you'd expect in the arts capital, in the past year, the arts were hardly ever out of the headlines. Announced by Creative New Zealand in July, Creative Giving is a bold new government initiative to foster arts funding, without the government having to cough up itself. Creative indeed. We all knew parliamentary chat show Backbenchers was hot, but no one expected the pub itself to go up in smoke. Many of the famous puppets were burnt to a crisp, obviously not as indestructible as the MPs they're modelled on. Friends of local identity Carmen held a memorial service to celebrate her life just before Christmas. People said in Sydney she made King's Cross and Queen's happy. Stephen Fry departed Wellington in April after finishing work on The Hobbit, leaving the capital's real birds to carry on the dawn to dusk tweeting. A local team took out top honours in this year's 48 Hours Short Film Festival with a zombie flick called Brains? That wasn't the only zombie event in the capital. They're turning up all over the place. Although not all are after your brains, some may be economists returning from lunch. A letter to the editor caused a huge fuss when the writer curmudgeonly called the wearable arts event Sevens but for Cougars. Most people responded in good humour, but some MILFs, well, they were seriously miffed. Those were some of the big events in arts. Let's meet the finalists.
Dennis Adam is best known as a generous donor to the Wellington art scene. He started buying art for its own sake in the 1950s and since then has donated countless funds to musicians, artists, sculptors, music academies and orchestras, built a concert hall and an art gallery at Victoria University, and sponsored competitions for musical performers, artists and playwrights. His belief: art gives something to the soul. It nurtures the finer instincts of human beings. Costa Botes has a track record as one of New Zealand's most experienced screen and television directors. He co-directed the mockumentary Forgotten Silver and directed 3 feature-length documentaries on The Lord of the Rings. Over the past decade, he's made several documentaries on a diverse range of subjects. His most recent, The Last Dogs of Winter, is one of the hit Kiwi documentaries of 2012 to screen in the New Zealand International Film Festival. Brett McKenzie is a writer, musician, comedian and half a Concord. He won an Academy Award in March for his song Man or Muppet, which he wrote for The Muppets while musical supervisor of the movie last year. He was one of the lead actors in the feature film Two Little Boys. His fundraising single Feel Inside and Stuff Like That, co-written with the other half Concord for Red Nose Day, went platinum in its first week. Tusi Tamasese is a Wellington filmmaker whose debut feature film, The Orator, premiered at the prestigious Venice Film Festival, where it received a special mention. The film was also New Zealand's submission to the 2011 Academy Awards for Best Foreign Language Film. Set in Samoa, the film centres around a small man with a big heart who must find the strength to speak out and has captivated audiences in New Zealand and internationally. After a lifetime devoted to New Zealand dance, Deirdre Tarrant is retiring as Director of Footnote Dance, leaving while the company is at the top of its game. Deirdre began Footnote Dance in 1985 with a vision to establish a real community of creative dance people as well as to develop contemporary dance in New Zealand. She's achieved that and much more. Deirdre plans to continue teaching dance and to tutor.